Like I said, this is Knoxville Noise Pollution. I'm your host, Alan Garcia, with my co host, James Lane. And we're going to be doing a phone interview with Duck Butter here tonight. Here we are. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get Duck Butter here on the call. I believe they're actually calling me right now.
Louie.
We got it?
Yep. You here?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Feeling all right.
So we got Duck Butter on the line, and of course we're talking with Louie and Alex. Could you introduce yourselves and tell us what you all play?
Okay, I'm Alex, and I play the drums.
And I'm Louie, and I play the guitar, and we both sing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Awesome. I was just reading that the album's name is How Did I Get Here? And could you? It was released this year. It says, at least here on Spotify. Could you tell us a little bit more about that album?
Yeah, I mean, those were it's was just a bunch of songs we were working on. You know, we just try to always be writing something, and once we had enough for an album, we started putting it together with Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of just recorded it at his house. Like, we wrote most of those songs last year, during the middle of last year. And then just got to it. We just were able to record in this year, but we've had them for a while.
Yeah. So they were kind of just songs that we had written and spent a lot more time on than stuff we had previously released on Bandcamp and such.
So they're new songs. That we're all thinking the same thing, I'm sure, for this year. With How Did I Get Here?
Yeah, it's been a definitely a good year for writing and producing, of course, and recording, because
for sure.
Everything that's been going on, of course, has been a lot of people have been stuck, but it hasn't really, I wouldn't say it's blocked the creative side of us though, right?
Right.
No.
We've been working on new songs to put into new stuffs, and we've had so much time. We've just spent it just writing mostly.
It's an involuntary hiatus.
So, Louis, you play guitar and you sing, and Alex, you play drums and you sing. With the album in the studio, was there any bass in that, or did because usually live, from what I've seen, you don't have bass, right?
Yeah, those songs were kind of written with bass in mind, so both of us, depending on the song, just came in and put some bass in post, and we layered up extra guitars and stuff, so it definitely doesn't sound as full when we play it live, but there was bass added in. Just depending on the song, each of us have a little bit of a different approach to the bass.
Yeah.
You've always had such a raw sound. I mean, it really brings me back to that old school, hardcore 80s punk. And
for sure.
What are some of your influences that brought you here?
We both listened to a decent variety of music. I think what influenced us with our Bandcamp stuff and the more faster stuff that we put out before this album was like the Germs and Black Flag, Mine It's Red and stuff. But with this album, we kind of took everything that we listened to and just sort of shoved it all into this one bucket, and then that's what came out of it. I think Dinosaur Jr. is probably a pretty big influence for us.
Yeah, they definitely got a more raw sound, but a lot more fledged out songs, which we've been trying to do.
Yeah, gnarly guitar solos.
Awesome. All right, so you are listening to a conversation with Duck Butter, a punk band from here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And of course, this is Knoxville Noise Pollution. I'm your host, Alan Garcia. So, we were just talking about your songs. We just listened to Lunch and we listened to Words. What would you describe kind of the style of Words? We were trying to put a finger on that of what, because we were saying that, Lunch was more kind of
just straightforward and hard hitting, kind of.
When I wrote Words, I wrote the riff after learning a song by Fugazi. So it's kind of more definitely like you said, pop punky. It's more just kind of an emo kind of song is what I was going for. Just Fugazi kind of led into emo music with their more melodic version of hardcore. And so that's kind of what the headset was that I was going in with.
But definitely, your all style is just, it takes me back, and that's just what I was all into. That's honestly when I started writing like, because I started writing more like folkier songs, and when I kind of started taking more of a step towards, um, like I guess something a little bit more edgy and a little bit faster and heavier. It's like the music I was listening to that inspired me to go that direction is what you all remind me of. So I really dig the sound.
Awesome.
It's just really
Thank you.
No, of course. No, it's awesome. I love it. I love it. So could you, I'd always love on the show to just get a little bit of advice from musicians for other musicians who may be listening, or somebody who wants to be, wants to maybe has some songs and hasn't released them yet or something. For anybody who's out there who's just, trying to get something started, get a project up and moving, what would be your advice to anybody who wants to get out in the Knoxville music scene here?
I mean, the only solid piece of advice that I feel confident in giving is like, if you want to play music, then you just got to do it. And I mean, like if you like want to play guitar, even if you want to be in a band and you can't find anyone that you can like really jam with, just jam by yourself and figure it out from there. And then people will probably just come.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that. I was just going to say that I think that something that held me back a lot in the beginning is just realizing that you got to realize that music is whatever you want it to be. So you don't have to do any specific thing. Just kind of start and figure out where you want to go from there. It just, as you keep trying, you'll figure things out.
It's all about trial and error.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the more you try to, you just get to know people, you get to meet people, and you never know when you finally.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you really never know when you meet somebody too that like it just clicks and it just works.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. Just keep playing.
Oh yeah. How long have you two been jamming together?
We were in bands in high school together, but I wouldn't say we started like jamming together until like junior year.
Yeah, so like in freshman year, Louis knew that I played guitar and invited me to try for some of the bands that he was working on. We were both more into like metal at the time. And so like we had known each other like in a musical setting, but we didn't really start working together until a few years later when I started showing Louis how to play guitar. And just a while after that, we started trying some bands with just me and him, and kind of developed as we went along.
And so I think Duck Butter's been a band for like a little over 3 years now, I think. Yeah. So we've been jamming together, I guess, for like, I'd say like 4 years. I think that'd be solid.
For sure.
And what inspired the name?
Yeah, so my dad, he never really learned how to play much music, but he listened to a lot of music when he was around my age. And he wanted to be in a grunge band because he was listening to a lot of like Mudhoney, Nirvana, stuff like that. And he came up with the name Duck Butter. And like the full definition isn't something like too radio friendly, but you can find it on Urban Dictionary. But yeah, that was like his idea for a band name, and I thought that's a pretty fun name. I'll run with it.
It works.
No, most definitely. And I love your logo too. I think a couple of years ago, I was just walking through Fountain City actually, and just randomly, like actually I just saw the other day that the building's demolished, but where that old penny pawn always was there next to the subway, I was walking by one day and just randomly there was your logo was just like somebody had drawn it in the dust in the window.
For sure.
Like
we've had, I think, like 2 people over the years have sent us pictures of like it's spray painted somewhere or it drawn somewhere and been like, "It's you guys." We're like, "Oh yeah, it is us."
Yeah, I like the simplicity of it. It makes it good for just quick tag work or putting it up wherever. We used to like when I worked at Domino's, every now and then I'd sneak into the lobby and like draw it on our chalkboard.
I remember one time in Easttown Mall a couple of years ago, and the Hot Topic there on there was like a little board where you could write bands that.
Oh yeah,
and your alls was on there, your logo and your name. I thought that was
nice.
No, yeah, it's been a while since I first seen you all. Yeah, I saw you all. I believe at Purple Pollia was the first time I
Yeah, we
ever
used
saw
to
you.
play there all the time.
That was like our whole vibe.
That was our house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think well, not I think no, because that must have been it because I saw you first at Purple Polilla and then I brought you all over to my house and we did a jam over at my house one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
We were just talking about that.
Y'all were pretty young back then, weren't you?
Yeah.
We were still going to high school at that point. We were just finishing up our senior year.
I don't think I was 18 yet.
Dang, I was inviting a bunch of kids in my house. No, it was a fun time, definitely. And we were just talking about that a minute ago about how, even back then, I definitely was just digging
Yeah,
the groove.
you all caught my attention, definitely.
And that's really impressive too. Y'all were so young.
Hit me at the right time too. It was right when I was getting into all the punk stuff. Like,
Awesome.
Nice.
Really excited people like it.
Yeah. It's kind of weird when people like tell us that they like us because I don't ever think about like I don't ever think about how liked we are. I sort of just think about like what if people hate us? Like what if we just suck accidentally?
Like at this point, with the amount that we play these songs to practice them, we're like kind of sick of the old stuff. Like we've got new stuff we're working on, so it's funny.
I definitely feel you there.
I know we talked a little bit about earlier, but is there anything else you'd like to say about the album and what inspired this album? And you said you were recording with the name was Garrett, right?
Yeah, Garrett from Bad Idols and stuff.
Tell us a little bit about recording with Garrett and what the recording process was like, as well as just what brought this project together.
They were just like collections of songs we had, and Garrett offered to record us because he's been trying to get more serious about it, learning a lot of stuff, and so we just set like
3 days.
Yeah, just like a couple of days we had set aside for just recording, and like it happened like right at the beginning of COVID, so we we spent like a couple of days recording. A few days after that, layering stuff up and then like getting it mixed together and stuff.
Got it mastered too.
For sure, just like putting a lot more effort and work into it than we had on anything else we have done before.
It was definitely the most like professional process we took. It wasn't like really professional, but it was like, we spent the most amount of time working on all of the songs than we have with all of our other past like demo stuff that we've put out.
So, what's in the plans for Duck Butter? Do you have any other albums or recordings that you plan on bringing out here soon?
We have an EP that it's an album. It was going to be an EP, but it's like an album now. I don't know. But we've been writing this album for like for like this whole year.
Almost basically since we stopped recording.
Yeah. Like as soon as you stop recording, we started writing these songs, and we haven't recorded them or anything yet because we're still trying to get them, like we're still practicing them and trying to get them like solid between us.
Finalized.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll like record them soon, and I'm really excited about it because they're like completely different than everything that we've done before.
You all haven't really played out really right now, right?
We played one show since COVID, like since like lockdown and everything. We played like an outdoor show at the Goat, but then decided that was too stressful because we're a bunch of scared little babies, and just haven't done anything else since.
Was that the show that was on the roof?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was so fun. I thought I was gonna fall the whole time, but
yeah, it was there was a band I used to know that I met like in high school called Scarlet Victory, and they had a video of them on YouTube playing on a roof. And ever since I saw that, I was like, that seems like a lot of fun. I want to do that someday. So it felt a goal from back in high school.
Yeah, and it was like, apparently like we were like really loud. Like Colin from Good Vibes Only said that he could hear us all the way from his house. And there was a car that was like parked up the street that was like, yeah, you guys are killing it. It was really awesome.
So the reason why I asked is because has anybody heard some of the new stuff that you've written after you released that last album?
I think we played.
We played like 2 of the songs.
Yeah. Well, we played 2 of the songs, but then we completely changed one of the songs that we played.
Yeah, one was more of a demo version of a new song.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't like we played them, but I don't know if they like. I don't know if they like got to anyone.
Right, like they're weirder songs, and we definitely didn't have them like finalized then. They were very sloppy and had a lot of work they still needed.
Well, after listening to this album, I'm very interested in hearing them.
No, most definitely. No, as a matter of fact, Alex, you should just beatbox, and Louie, you should just sing it. You know,
Just
give
go
us.
ahead. Go ahead.
We discussed that a couple times. We've been tossing it around.
No,
Good.
it's been really cool having you all here on the show, and I appreciate you, and glad to have you here on Real Knoxville Radio. Before
Thanks for
we-
having us.
No, of course. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to say about Duck Butter or your music or anything else that you'd want our listeners to hear?
Just we appreciate it. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Thanks a lot.
any type of support, whether it's just listening or whatever you do. Like it means a lot.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we're just making it up, so we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we're just kind of some dudes playing stuff. So if you like it, that feels good. Maybe we'll play some shows soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm with you there. Tell us where we can find you, like online, social media, or streaming
we
platforms.
haven't really been on Facebook much anymore. We do have a Facebook page, but usually we're on Instagram is where we post most of our news, and then our music is on Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube, Pandora, most streaming services that people use. We've tried to hit all of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it from Duck Butter here on Real Knoxville Music, and of course, this is Knoxville Noise Pollution. I'm your host, Alan Garcia, with my co-host, James Lane, and you were listening to Duck Butter. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
It
you.
was awesome.
All right.
You're awesome.
Well, we'll keep in touch, and definitely would love to have you back on the show sometime, all right?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
You as well.